Hello, hello, our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. Welcome back to our Momentum Monday. Happy New Year 2025 first. Welcome everybody back to our Abundant Entrepreneurs community. Today we are going live again. And very interesting at the end of the 2024, I hope all of you had a great whole year review about what you are most grateful for 2024 and what kind of progress you have already made in 2024, and have a pat on your back that you've already made your efforts and went through 2024, no matter it's high or down, many uh, like roller coasters, right? Still like roller coasters, especially for our entrepreneurs, we could have many ups and downs. But if you kept your efforts, never give up, and explored and discovered and find some like new opportunities and create some new great opportunities and also made some progress, you should be proud of yourself. Okay, and now it's 2025. I'm wondering how many of you, oh, by the way, I already, by the end of the year, my family had a vacation. We went to New Orleans in Louisiana state. And my family had quite great some like experiences. I remember I shared almost every day daily videos and daily inspirations where we visited, almost like a tour guide, right? But really I shared my inspirations, what we watched, what we experienced, and what's my like really inspiration and also discoveries. And by the end of 2024, I wrote that article for us to really review what's our new faith, what's our new uh, decision, and also then what's our momentum. And today, 2025, our first episode for this year, even though it's a continuous episode for our Momentum Monday, it's our 188th. I think this is a great lucky number, right? Especially for Chinese, 8 is a great number. And also if you put it like horizontally, it's like a never end, right? It's like an endless number 8. So this like for this new year, today our topic 188 topic perfectly, it's about the new year, new you, and new momentum. Are you ready? Okay, so today I actually want to cover 4 areas of the new things. Okay, the first, by the way, maybe some of our entrepreneurs noticed some changes, right, of me, of my environment. Maybe if you watched our previous episode, and today I want to share with you first, the first new, I would say, is the new vision, new goals for the new year. Of course, we need to have a great review for last year, right? Whatever lessons we learned, whatever like ups and downs and progress and maybe lessons we learned. But most important thing is what we are most grateful for last year, right? And the time we spent with our loved ones, even though I had a big loss of my father, but I was so appreciate that by the end of his life, we had some great time shared with him and the whole family traveling, and also for my continuous health, right, and the habits for the health part, and also my gratitude for my personal growth, personally, and still like a lot of like um, roller coasters emotionally and also mindset area, right? And also in our entrepreneurship as well, many ups and downs and explorations and also some lessons, right? I explored that part and had a gratitude for my continuous progress, even though sometimes it's much slower than what we want, right? What we expect, but still make those baby steps and still keep gradually growing. And that's the part I'm most grateful for last year. And this year for our new vision, so I want to encourage you and remind you this year what's the new things we focus on, right? First thing I would remind and encourage everyone, like that's your new refreshment, like review and refreshment of your purpose and your mission and what's your vision as well for this new year. And many of us, like I remember I shared this in my networks. So some great entrepreneurs give me like a feedback, and we really affirm that vision and purpose really is a great, we would say, motivation, and also the energy. That's like a continuous energy to support you to keep being refreshed, to keep have that kind of energy to serve, right? And especially that passion, because when you, they said that you follow your passion, you find your purpose. And also when you find your purpose and that will also continuously encourage your passion. Because sometimes after many years of let's say work, entrepreneurship, right? For example, I've been in coaching for 15 years, and for 15 years, sometimes I always feel like by the end of last year and the beginning of this year, sometimes, when after I traveled, I really want to stay in that comfort zone, right? And more entertainment and less work. Everyone deserves that kind of moments, right? That kind of time. But then after I review my purpose, my vision, I was like being really like motivated again. So it's always great to like after many years or even after quite a while, right? You may lose that kind of fresh momentum, fresh like that kind of a fresh passion about what you were first called into. So now it's a perfect time for us to renew our yearly what's our ultimate purpose and vision, right? What get us started in the first hand? Why did we start it? For example, why did I start for 15 years? Like 15 years ago, why did I start my coaching business? Now I need to revisit it every year. So I reviewed my statement and even write down. That's my habit actually. By the last day, December 31st, at the night time before we celebrate for the new year, right? Before the midnight, I've always reflect and write down, have that kind of a quiet time, even though we had a lot of a busy, like a family gathering, like a celebration, a feast, or whatever. I always need that kind of at least 1 or 2 hours of quiet personal reflection time by the end of the year, right? To reflect what I'm most grateful for last year, what progress I made, and then what's my new goals, vision, and that's the time for me to review. What's my purpose, right? Even though I knew that since the beginning, but now it's time to review that and ask myself who I want to be remembered as. I know there are this world is quite crowded, right? Especially now you have a social media, so many people and so many successful, especially like your role models, everybody, like your mentors, so many successful ones, right? Like you get more and more noises there. And sometimes you could easily forget yourself, easily lose yourself, right, in that crowdness. And that's the time for us to sit down, to quiet our environment, to quiet our mind, to think about who I am, who I want to be remembered as if one day I pass this world, right? I pass away from this world. And so I wrote down the person I want to be remembered as abundant. Oh, by the way, today my shirt is abundant shirt. So as abundant person and a mother, a wife, a daughter, a sister, a friend, and a coach, a mentor, a speaker, an author. I want to be remembered as an abundant person. So that's why I'm here doing what I love to do, doing what I'm called to do, and bring this abundant energy and momentum to you. And I hope you can really believe that you are supported. Okay, you are always supported, and we are here to serve you to become that abundant person that you are called to be. Okay, and because you have your unique gifts, your unique strength, and your unique story, life journey, your unique passion, your unique treasures, your unique, like we previously talked about that 8 treasures last year, right? One of our Momentum Monday topic is about the 8 treasures that you own. Then it's time for you to unleash it, to really claim it, right? And in this new year, so with that, your new owned treasures, you could really make a greater impact. So that's a perfect time of number one new things I want you to focus on is like renew your purpose, your passion, and who you want to become. Okay, you know who you are and who you want to become, who you want to be remembered as. And also like especially it's not just like your name to be remembered, but really it's what kind of values you want to leave to this world, what kind of a legacy you want to create to this world. So that's the number one thing I want to remind everybody to really take like for example, at least 30 minutes, right, to quiet down yourself, get into that gratitude really that kind of state. Okay, gratitude state is the best state for you to have that kind of appreciation and also connection with your true call, with your purpose and your vision, and write down who you truly are and who you want to become. Okay, that's the number one. I would say That's the number one, everlasting motivation and fuel you could have. And by the way, this year, okay, then the second one, I will talk about that question. The second new thing is really like a new you. As you just shared with you, maybe you noticed something new about me. I just cut my hair. Now it's a little bit like short hair again, but at least I feel like more energetic, right? Maybe look younger, and I'm not sure. But it's really I want to make some changes, right, to myself. I want to not just like want to do business, want to do whatever. You need first to focus on yourself, refresh yourself, get a new you. Of course, not just like a image, right? Not I still did not make any like makeup. I'm still like a genuine myself. Just cut hair to make me feel like refreshed. And also the new me. Oh, okay, yeah. Pay more attention on what I'm wearing, even though not fancy, but at least give me more energy and make me feel refreshed, right? And also, like I said, I mentioned earlier, the fuel. And then this reminded me this year, 2025, the first day when I went to the gas station, I decided to this from now on, the gas I will add. Previously, I remember I had initially it's like for many years, right? Like a regular gas. And then it's like get to the next level, it's like a plus or premium. And now this year I decided the first day I decided since now on I will always add the super level, the highest level of gas to my car. So how are you? I'm wondering. It's not just like a saving or like a spending more a few bucks of kind of a dollars every time for adding gas. I feel that initially I remember by like a habit, right? I picked up for I almost like press the button for the premium level of the gas. Then I noticed the next one, the highest one, is the super one, right? Just a few bucks of if I add a whole tank over like 12 or 13 gallons of gas, will be over. I'm not sure how much, like maybe around $5 or $6, right? I was wondering at that moment, I get conscious to ask myself, why I have not been adding the super gas for my car? Talking about abundance, right? Abundance. Now we need to think about it from all the angle of abundance. So I said, just a few bucks. Why could I? I can afford, of course, but why did I want to really save that few bucks every time, right? That kind of saving is really like I know it's from traditional from Chinese background, and we are quite frugal people. Like we never really waste anything, right? Like I remember from parents and from my childhood, we had that kind of like struggling years at the beginning, not very like not rich at all, right? Even you can say poor, but we felt abundant. But now then, after we get into work, gradually, I don't know why I picked up the habits from either my husband or somewhere, right? We always add either regular to try to save some bucks, and saving for all these years. And then I gradually added to like a premium. And now this year I decided I need to be abundant and spending from the abundance level, and I totally can afford that. I just habitually, why I always like using that kind of like a stingy way to treat my either myself, do not buy luxury stuff, or like treat my car, right? So I say, okay, my car, I love my car, it deserves like super level of gas and fuel. So I changed the button to be the super level. After I filled the whole tank, guess what? That kind of feeling is totally different. It's just like this is similar example. I remember when I initially I did not want to, right, many years ago I did not want to invest more money because I spent the 5-figure whatever, like quite some much money into my like study, learning, coaching certificate, and some events, right? And on those events, like I remember my earlier mentor, one of my earlier mentor is like Summer Hawk. What's her first name? Kindle, yeah, Kindle Summer Hawk. She helped us to break through our money mindset, money blocks, right? I still remember I had a huge like money blocks. Initially, like unconscious, I did not know that. And when they encourage us to invest in ourselves, quite a few thousands of money, right? I feel like, oh, that's a lot. I did not want, and I feel hesitated, right? But I still remember, since that first time I invested thousands of bucks in myself to engage into those programs, to learn from the mentors and coaches, right? Instead of just a university's coaching certificate, then I totally felt the difference. That kind of invest in myself, right? And similar to this, adding the gas, the super level gas into my car, I feel like, wow, you get into another level of mindset and breaking through that kind of blocks, and also you get into that kind of level of state, right? And just like a breakthrough kind of a state. So and since those many earlier years, I remember it's almost like 10 years ago, right? I started to invest myself, and since then every year I invest myself thousands of dollars and then dozens of thousands of dollars in myself, and accumulated all these years. I invested almost like a Florida's vacation house into myself and into my business, and that increased my state. And also when I serve my clients, I can help them to really break through many kind of blocks, right? Not just money blocks. Many times we have that kind of a staying in our comfort zone, or some kind of luggages, right, from the past, and many blocks we were old programs, right? Those old programming programs can always limit us in different areas, either money or your how to say take some initiation, right? Many people are afraid of start their own business, right? They would rather choose to, for example, stay with the company or stay with the government and get the pension, and that can support them to when they retire, they can still have some money, right? People want to stay in that, and then they almost sell themselves unconsciously, sell themselves as slaves to those jobs which they do not fully enjoy and feel unsatisfied, but they don't know what else can I do, right? Many people are in that kind of situation, I feel like. So that's why this is the new year. I want to encourage you to think of the new you. Find some ways in your life and in your own personal life, in your living styles, to break through limits in your life, either adding a gas, the best gas, a level of gas, or by the way, yeah, this new me, I'm using this one. Can you imagine that? This is an iPhone 15. I got this last year. I kept it. It was the newest model last year, right? I kept it for 1 year till now. I get it up to use it. I did not. I would admit that I'm totally not a material person at all. So when kids' dad sent this as a gift to me last year, New Year, right? I forgot the New Year what, but it's since almost like the beginning of last year, and for quite many months, I've already kept this for a long time. He sent this as a gift. Then I still have my LG's the G8 ThinQ iPhone, not iPhone, the Android phone. I've been using an LG for quite some years. It's much cheaper than iPhone because I never pursue any kind of a big brand or whatever, fancy popular stuff. So I keep this in my drawer for over 1 year. Now finally, because my LG's phone is after a few years, right, it's working not so good, and also the camera, the quality is not so good enough. Now, new year, I decided I need to use this. It's still a quite good model, right? 15. I don't know if it's now maybe 16 or whatever. But it's a great thing to start, refresh yourself, okay? Refresh yourself. And also, I got a new wireless mic. This is for my phone, for iPhone, for Android, for iPad, everything. And my daughter has been encouraging me to change your equipment and change your camera, better quality of your microphone and the camera, everything, right? I did not really, I did update, by the way. The one I'm using now is that Logitech. I bought the best Logitech, put on my the webcam, put on my computer. But my daughter said it's still not good enough. Okay, so now we're upgrading. And by the way, I also bought a whiteboard. So the whiteboard I put on by my side. I could write and could teach, right? And some other the new things around me. So equipment definitely, and a new mic, a new whiteboard is just the beginning. I know I will add on a new iPhone, right? It's just a beginning. I know I will gradually add more new equipments to really make the quality better, make the service more professional, right? The quality better, that's the most important thing. And by the way, I'm also having this on my desk. I have both actually. I have this one is on the stand, the camera stand, right? Or cell phone stand on my desk, and also have this tripod. I bought this for a while. So gradually, I know I'm old school. I'm not quite like a fancy young person can adopt new things that quickly, but at least I'm adding the new stuff. And also, that's a new me, right? The new me and getting yourself renewed. your thinking, your like your equipments and your like your let's say tools, right? Everything. And now also my environment I'm now talking about. Like previously, remember if I watch my previous like Momentum Monday, I've been using my, let's say I call that home office, that kind of an extended part, that home office, but it's connected with my big kitchen. So whenever I do the video, is my background is my kitchen, and you can see my microwave, whatever. It's still a nice background, but I feel like it's not professional. Okay, so even though I feel like good because we love kitchen, the kitchen is almost like a center of a home, right? And now I'm in this living room area. It's almost like empty for a long time. My daughter used to be sitting on this desk. We set up this kind of a template desk for her to study, but now she chose her own room upstairs. So now this is mine. I decided to use this environment because it's better than my kitchen connection area. So I can quickly show you what's here. Like for example, this side we have the furnace, and we have let's say this is their keyboard place. And go further, I can show you. Go further, that's our like living area, sofa area, and a nice sofa, right? Beautiful, and a painting there, and a big window, and then this side I will show you. This is like okay, my background, and you can see that there's a nice living room, and there's a sofa and that kind of a pictures, kind of the pictures angle, and the clock, and further down there that's another like a dining room and the kitchen, and this side we have the bookshelf. I need to definitely reorganize. My kids occupied it and making them so mess. And our TV. This is like a typical living room setup, but we never, almost like never use the TV for a long time. Great, right? That's a great sign. Now everybody is like on our either cell phone or laptop. And so at least I feel like here is really like a living area. It's more comfortable. We have our like a everlasting Christmas tree there for all the years. And yeah, I feel like now I'm better set up. But here, by the way, here you cannot see it down there. The little one. We have the gym. We have a little gym corner here. This is let's say it's my jumbotron. Jumbotron? Yeah, trampoline. Sorry, it's my trampoline. My trampoline every morning before I start my day, I am now jumping trampoline around let's say 200 times. My mentor, like Tony Robbins, they said they would encourage you to jump like around 5 minutes. I normally do that at a similar time, and 200 times at least I count, and get your whole body circulated and also boosted, right? And I know many of their mentors, they love like ice tub plunge. I'm not that kind of person, but I love trampoline jumping, and also you guys a great way. And in the evening time, I would like to do stretching, squat, everything, right? To keep some basic workout. I'm not a gym person at all, but I'm quite like pay attention to health, and also daily kind of a daily stretching to maintain the health. So that's the environment, right? Like you can see, it's a new one. And once I put my whiteboard here, I can do some teaching, right? There's some like families pictures around me, and make me feel like warm, like a heart warm, right? It's just like it's both like a home office, but also like a home, right? And that's a great combination. I feel like I'm doing work, but at the same time, I'm in that kind of a surrounded by loved kind of atmosphere. And now I'm talking to you. I feel like I'm talking to my family, bigger family, right? So like from my small family to your bigger family, and that's a third new one. Okay, the first new, your new refresh the purpose and vision and identity, and then your new you about yourself, even your image, your like your equipment, your tools, and the third one is your environment, and the fourth one actually is about your new mindset. This new mindset, we've already covered quite a part of it, right? But more important, the new mindset, I would say, keep the reading. Last year, my best book, actually majority of the time I focused on this book and did not spend too much time like previous years, read over 10 or 12 books, right? This year I focused on did more online learning, and this book I did quite a long time, and I finished it. And actually, the last part I would quickly. I know this is a quite famous book already, right? The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey. And what I enjoy the most, actually, the last part is a great, perfect summary. He is in a Q&A. He answered people. People said, "What have you said?" Oh, okay. He said, like a message. He said, "Live life in crescendo." Crescendo is actually in music. I know my kids are learning like a piano. They also heard about this. It's mean like gradually and steadily increase the volume, increase the strength, increase the force, right? So live life in crescendo. And that's a great, I would say, it's a great metaphor. And that remind me, like even now, I feel like sometimes could feel that kind of urgency or like intense, right? Feel like, wow, I'm already over 50. Look at all those young people, like those successful one there, and they're still in their 20s or 30s. Is it too late for me to still like how to say, fighting in this kind of entrepreneurship area, right? Or even coaching. And he said like live life in crescendo. I feel like it's really gave me that kind of a really like a great inspiration. So he said that you are always seeking something higher and better from life, the next fascinating challenge, greater understanding, more intense romance, more meaningful love, right? More profound and meaningful values and impact. And that's exactly what I've been pursuing and also teaching to help people. So no matter how old we are, and now we're talking like I pay attention to health trend, kind of a health industry trend, right? And now we have people already like can get into like 124. There's one grandma in my hometown is already celebrating with her whole village 124 years old. Okay, so I say, okay, I would be humble. Let's say I would live to up to 100, and then I still have 50 years, around 50 years to go. So I'm still young, right? So I hope you could have that kind of optimistic mindset that no matter where you are, even though you're in your 70s, 80s, it's never late. Like every day, actually, we saw those kind of a brave, uh, even rare, but it's brave examples existing there, right? They've already like recreated their life even after retired long time. They have a whole silver hair, and they still can learn new things and create some new records, right? So I would encourage you to read great books and follow some great mentors who are much older maybe than you, right? So you will see hope in the front of you, and also of course also learn from young people. And I actually recently I learned from online to follow quite a few great teachers, including from older to younger, right, than me. And they're, as long as they're like a good, have good wisdom and have great practice, a successful practice in the market, I learn from them. So the finally the last one, I want to encourage you to really like learn and practice new way in the new way in the new year. Okay, so for example, now every day I'm learning. For example, I love creating video now, and I want to create better quality video, and want to like create better everlasting content on YouTube. I know YouTube is a great platform, so I definitely want to improve my presence there. So that's why I increased those equipment, right? I'm still learning and following those strategies or experts in those areas, and learn from them how to create better videos. And I know I'm quite slow on this part, but I hopefully I will become better, right? And also I'm learning one. Now is the beginning era of AI. So I was joking with my kids, if you want to take any shortcut, I know you guys are not STEM kids. You're not like those typical Chinese kids, right? They're so great at STEM. My kids are more into like a history and literacy, and that's great as well, right? But I told them you can take some shortcut if you learn AI now. At least you can still catch up, because in the future, people who know AI and can apply AI will like replace those who don't understand AI, who don't know how to use the AI tools or to applications, right, to enhance their work on life. So that's why you need to learn AI. So I encourage I research and found some like even free AI courses from those top companies, including IBM, Intel, and also those top universities like Harvard and UPenn, and I remember like UC Davis. Those like a great universities, right, are also providing free one. Of course, like they're not still that. They are great providing such kind of like education for public, but if you want to get your certificate, you need to pay. So that's actually great. You can audit for free first, and then when you decide you are really interested in that area, you want to get your certificate, and you pay the money, and not a big one, right? And some other university I know, MIT or those big ones, and Stanford, right? They're all providing great programs, but they charge you thousands of dollars. You can also, if you're really interested in that, and you can try that, right? Some may be like online, some may be like in person. Just like the most important thing is just open yourself like a sponge, like you never ever learned before, because as entrepreneurs we need learn, like the best quality I would say is like a learn as a lifetime learner, quick learner. That's actually number one skill we need to have. No matter how great you are before, no matter what kind of success you've already made, the number one quality and the skill is always like a quick learning skills, right? And especially have that kind of mindset and dedication to open yourself to keep learning. And so you could, let's say, not just catch up, and you can also be the leader in your area. So you can have more creative and like innovation, creative ideas and practice, and that can help you to really like stand out, because you do not just want to depend on the things you learned yesterday, right, or even today. You want to always like pay attention what's going on, and what's the trend, and what's the like forecast for the future, what will be dominant in this world, right? And you need to catch up, and especially how to apply that in your specific area. Like for example, recently I'm learning AI tools, AI like those with tools can help you improve your how to help people create a business. That's what I want to help people to follow what they love, and follow their call, right, to create their loved business and to teach what they know. And there's some great AI tools I need to practice that as well, and to apply to use to test, and then I could share with my clients that they can help them quickly create their, for example, their business uh, design their business name, design the business like their offers, help them design their logo, and also like help them to shoot some photos with like a 3D and with background, with a great professional background. Those things, right? Now AI, just like sometimes will be quickly out of your expectation or imagination. Will like we are in this kind of era, we don't know what will happen next day, right? It's like all the news I do not want. Normally people say do not watch news. I would clarify that. Do not watch all those kind of negative news, right? But pay attention to some of these news, like give you like a report what new things, what new like innovations, right? What new things happened. That is like a positive things, and that will help you like open your eyes to say, oh, what is impossible? What could be possibly applied in your area, and how you could also innovate in your area to become one of the leaders as well, right? So that's the part I want to encourage you to listen to and also to learn. All right, so that's for today, our 5 news. And even though the title I said like a new year, new you, new momentum, actually the 5 areas I covered is like your new vision and your refreshed purpose, right? It's almost like a new purpose. When you sit down and reflect who you truly are, because every year you are growing. And don't think this exercise is just repeating. This exercise is always getting you to a next level of understanding who you are, and your purpose, what the purpose truly is, because you have a new vision, new like a horizontal, right? You have a new like a knowledge, understanding of things, and this part of the exercise can get you to a new level about who you are, what you are called for, and what you want to achieve, and what kind of vision you want to like really like you can see in the future, and who you really want to be remembered as, right? So and then the next you is like your new you. Okay, either you want to change your hair, change your clothes, and change your like your equipment, make yourself, or even change your fuel your car, right? Change your gas level. Just make yourself feel new. You do not want to like, this is like a challenge I want to give to you, is like challenge yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and to make yourself like a new person. Okay, even though I know our cells keeps changing, but we cannot feel that, we cannot see it, right? So you need to change something visible that you can obviously see and feel and maybe touch, right? That make you feel like you're a new person. And then the new environment, change your environment, and even just like your, maybe you have do not have that condition to change your environment direct, like big environment, but you can, for example, adding some decoration, adding like even like a picture here. I have love from the Bible verse, and maybe add a painting, add some like inspiring like a frame kind of a like words, right, by your side to inspire you. It's just like there are unlimited creative ways, right, for you to change your environment. And then next, change your mindset, right? What you should want to focus on learning, and especially that kind of mindset, live life in crescendo. Yes, that's a great reminder to myself. And crescendo, I say, oh wow, I'm exactly on that track, right? I'm living my life in crescendo. I still have it will always like become better, become louder, with more force, with more energy, with a greater achievement. So that's the part, you, this kind of a mindset, you should never stop like, or feel like how to say, feel like I'm too old, or I'm too like how to say, I'm not so skillful, I do not have this, I do not have that, kind of a limiting or scarcity kind of a mindset, right? Instead, adopt the crescendo or the abundant, we would say the abundant mindset, right? And finally, keep learning and practice in new ways, and catch the what is going strong in this whole world, and take that kind of a tide, because the whole world is focusing on, for example, using AI is not replacing everything, but it's using AI to improve what we've been doing before. That will be the great, because now people have the concern, right? Oh, AI may be harmful for human beings, so it's quite some people are conservative, but we need to become that kind of a smart master, a master who created something, who invented something, or who also can master it to do our benefits instead of do our harmness. So we need learn. For you to be master something, right? Master something, or like use better of it, you need to learn about it instead of being used, or being even like discarded or put behind by this kind of trend. Okay, so we need to be that master. We need to train ourselves to use this kind of tool, to take AI just like a tool or equipment, right? Like this kind of things for us to make our life better instead of make it worse, right? So we need to be that master, keep learning, and like refresh ourselves, our environment, our vision, our purpose, and our learning practice to help us to get to the next level of what we are called to do. Okay, so this is for today's video, and look forward that we will have more new things to introduce. And definitely once I get my whiteboard, I can't like wait to write on it and what we want to share for this year, how to help you to launch your purposeful and profitable online business, to teach what you already know, and to also stand out as confident expert and thought leader in your field. Okay, we will see you, by the way, on this Thursday masterclass, and I will share further with you, and pay attention to our post. We will update our, even, by the way, yeah, even our webinar, our masterclass is already like it's being updated, so everything will be have a new, like a new uh, knowledge, new wisdom, and new presence, new impact to help you to really stand out as confident expert leaders to launch, and also either is launch your first business or launch your next project. This will help you launch what you are called to do, so that since 2025 you will make that great impact in this world, and to fulfill the gifts and the blessing that's with you. All right, thank you so much. We'll keep in touch. And by the way, welcome to comment on my video. Let me know, okay, what you liked, what you would encourage me to share the topic with you. I'm totally open, and I love your feedback. Okay, let's grow together in 2025 as a new you, as a new person, also with a new momentum. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.